Mom?
Yeah.
Why is it the most difficult thing working with you?
How's that difficult?
You're always on some bullshit. We've been needing to record,
I know.
and you get wrapped up in dumb shit.
Well, in my defense, my day doesn't start at 3 p.m.
Neither does mine. I wake up early. I just like being in bed.
Well, see, that's a problem.
No, it isn't.
It is.
Why is that a
Because
problem?
when you want to record or you want to have conversations with me, my busiest time of the day is normally after 4 o'clock.
Yeah, but you're always doing, like, stupid shit with concessions and whatever.
It's kind of what I do.
Tell people what you do.
Well, I am the treasurer of the fans club for a high school. See, I didn't use the word.
See, you're learning.
I'm learning.
You're picking up, Mom. You're slowly learning.
I am. So because of that, I have to keep track of sales and inventory and do like price, like checks and sheets.
Price checks.
I do. I have to do price checks.
You need to do that every day? You need to figure out, you need to go in to concessions and say, are these pretzels still $1? Yep. All right.
They are $2.50.
Job done.
They are $2.50, bitch.
Oh, $2.50.
But I'm
sorry.
talking about price comparison, like with
Comparison to
different vendors.
what?
That's what I've been doing this week. That's
So
why
you-
I
what,
met
you-
with the Pepsi
so-
guy, and I met with the Candy Man, and I met with... Do you know they call him the Candy Man, but we don't even get our candy from him?
That's concerning.
Isn't that dumb?
That's
Like, why do they call him Candy Man?
probably not because
We
he's
get
selling
cheese
sweets.
from him.
That's probably
Cheese
his,
and popcorn.
that's probably his porn name.
You think?
Probably.
I've never met
Has
him.
nobody asked why they call him the Candy Man?
I have, and nobody answers me. They laugh.
Well, there you go. They're laughing because you're the only one that doesn't know that he's doing porn.
Something.
So, we have a lot to catch up on.
Speaking of porn,
What?
I have a funny story. Did I tell you what happened when I met with our rival high school?
What's that transition, no?
Okay, but this is a funny story.
Yeah, okay.
I met with the high school. You hate it when I say the abbreviation
don't.
name. But anyways, I met with the head of concessions and sales there because I like the way that they do shit there, and I was kind of picking her brain with stuff. And she was talking about how they have a social media expert who handles all their social media and stuff. She said that they had let before she took over, they had let their web address expire or something. They didn't pay for it. So they went to go to the company to try to get it active again. It had been hijacked by a porn company.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so when you type in their website, it's a porn site now.
Okay, well,
And they contacted them to like get their web page back, their name back or whatever it was, their web address, and they wanted like $5,000 to sell back the name to this particular high school, and to make sure it was no longer a porn site.
okay, listen, I'm aware of the name of the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And although I won't say it for reasons, it doesn't make sense how that would be related to porn by any means.
Because you type in their old web page address and it takes you to a porn site now.
Right. So somebody strategically did that to fuck with you guys, I'm assuming.
Not us. It was
Well,
us.
no, not you guys, but them, I mean. Just to get some money out of them.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
That's really funny.
That's hilarious.
That's kind of what one of my friends did something like that with Logan Paul. Like, he specifically bought up the domains to a bunch of, like, slogans that he used for his website, future websites that he thought he would try and make. So, if he ever wants to get those, he'd have to contact him and get money from him.
Yeah, they wanted like $5,000.
That's lowbrow. That's really sad. Not in that, like, I'm compassionate for them way, but I would ask them for more. Because I know they have good money. They're not a bad school.
Oh, no, they have money.
Yeah.
But they just went to a .org thing, apparently, so.
So what you do, if I'm picking up what you're putting down, is you just go to other concessions to see if they run it better than you, and then you copy them.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
It's a really shady job, man.
Well,
It's
know,
pretty
somebody's got
scummy.
to do it.
It's a pretty scumfuck move.
Somebody's got to do it.
You know what you're like? You're kind of like the that bitch that ruined McDonald's for the original brothers. Did you ever see the movie The Founder?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what you are.
Kinda, yeah. Because I'm like one upping them. Like I'll go and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good idea, but you know what would be better? I got this.
You're fucking ruining businesses. You're gonna tear down a whole fucking family. Did you ever see The Founder?
No, but you did tell me about it, and I watched part of it with Zane because Zane was like fascinated with that story.
It's a great movie. It's a fucked up story. I can't go to McDonald's without feeling at least a little shame. Not because the food is making me not healthy, but because there's blood on those burgers.
Yeah, I don't
More
give a
than
shit.
cow blood.
I don't give a shit. Somebody dropped the ball, and that kind of shit happens. You know, you got to be on it.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Well,
You're scummy. So we have a lot to catch up on. You left for a week.
I was gone for 3 days.
You were gone for a week.
I was gone for 3 days.
You went to.
I did.
Did you have a good time?
I did. I really missed your brother a lot.
You went to visit Zane,
Yes.
the second oldest brother,
Mm-hmm.
where he's out and doing tattoos.
Yep, at his little shop, doing his thing.
And the thing that made me mad about this trip, most people go out and they bring back souvenirs.
I did.
Little knickknacks. But you go to Colorado,
Yeah.
which is arguably the weed capital of America right now.
Oh, absolutely.
And you come back with rocks and chocolate-covered peanuts.
It was moose poop and river rocks.
What, you could have went to the river and picked up a handful of rocks and just stuffed them in your pocket.
But
But-
it wouldn't have been the same. This is in a cute little container, and it says Colorado River Rocks. You don't like the rocks I brought you?
No, fuck your rocks. They weren't even good kind that you can smoke.
Well, no. You wanted me to get arrested, is what you wanted me to do.
You could have figured out a way. You act like you never done some fucking shady illegal shit before in your life.
Man, you can't fuck around at the airport like that, though.
Well, not with that attitude.
No, they went through my bags both times.
Okay. You should have shoved some shit up Tristan's ass.
He probably would have.
He would have. He
You know what?
absolutely
Tristan would have been
100%
down.
would
He
have.
would have done it.
Yeah, I know.
He would have.
I know what he would have done. So, what else?
I don't know. I'm kind of upset that you didn't like my rocks, but whatever. Well,
Your rocks were fucking stupid.
they weren't stupid.
They are. Mom, do you want to know what's been going on my neck of the woods?
I do.
So you're going to be happy to hear that we might have a future sponsor.
You do.
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by Fleshly. Not officially, that's not true yet, but I am going to be working with them. Are you proud? I'm out here making moves, Mom.
What kind of moves you making?
Sex toy moves.
Sex toy moves.
Yeah, I'm working alongside with Fleshlight, not to be confused with a flashlight.
Yeah, I thought it was flashlight the first few times you were talking about it, and I couldn't understand why you were. I don't understand why you're working with the other one, but I really couldn't understand why you needed a flashlight.
Mom, people have needs. And what funnier thing would it be to work alongside a company that makes fake vaginas? You can be proud of my brothers for being star athletes, doing their own thing, going to college, whatever, making moves like me.
They're not getting sponsored or potentially being sponsored by sex toy companies.
No, at best, they're gonna get, what, a Nike deal? Fucking, oh well. Who doesn't have a Nike deal anymore? Kanye West, fucking every football player, every basketball player. How many of them are there? Too many.
There's a lot of them.
Exactly. How many people do you know with a flashlight deal? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, since you put it that way, I'm very proud of you, Donovan.
Yeah.
For making those moves.
You're welcome, Mom. I'm trying to make us I'm trying to put us on the map.
With sex toys?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's only as weird as you make it, really.
Oh, I guess.
Could be a lot worse.
Yeah. gotta do what you gotta do.
So, in that regard...
I'm not opening your mail, though.
Why?
No.
Mom, you have a lot of nerve.
Anything that comes in the mail from you for like the next month and a half, I will not open.
What's been wrong with the mail? What's the funniest thing you ever remembered opening for me?
I don't know, maybe that edible underwear, or like, I think at one point you got some half-naked pictures.
Yeah, no, the edible underwear, the taste wasn't bad. It was more the consistency that was really gross.
I don't think I asked.
Because it was
like.
It starts off like a plastic, but then it dissolves into like a jelly. And I didn't like that. Taste was fine though. It's like chocolate strawberry.
I didn't ask.
It was my little review for you. I have to get better at reviewing things because I'm working with Fleshlight. I don't know if you...
Jesus Christ.
So I need to start practicing my mouth words when it comes to reviewing products.
No.
Did you see the new trailer for Lion King?
I caught some of it this morning when it was on the TV.
All right, do you want to know my hot take on it?
Go ahead. What is it?
It's ass. It looks like shit.
But it's essentially just the same movie.
Exactly.
So how can it be that bad?
Because why would I want to see the same fucking movie in a very not aesthetically pleasing way? I'm not saying the movie's not impressive visually. It is impressive. It's fucking stunning. However, just because it's visually impressive doesn't mean it works with this film. It clearly works better as a 2D animated film. And people are like, oh, everyone's complaining that it's lifelike CGI. What did you want them to do? Work with real animals, dumbass? No. I wanted them to leave it a cartoon, because that makes sense.
See, okay, so you're angry that they're messing with your childhood movies.
No, it has nothing to do with that. They can remake things. Like Dumbo looks decent.
You know what? I am excited about Dumbo.
Because Tim Burton at least has his own vision and can, like, craft a different version of a story. That was
my
originally
crows
done.
are gone, but I'm still looking forward to it. I guess they can't put the racist crows in there now, though.
I mean, I would like to see Tim Burton tackle a racist crow. I want to know how he would have done that.
I wonder how that would work.
But, so, essentially, it just doesn't work, in my opinion. I'm not saying people can't enjoy it. I'm not saying people can't go see it. I'm just saying, personally, I believe that people shouldn't support these lazy, half-assed ideas.
Money grabbers.
When just admit what they are.
Yeah, they're money grabbers.
They are just for money.
You know what they should? You know what movie they should redo? I wouldn't be mad about from my childhood.
What?
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Isn't it just a acid trip movie?
Well,
essentially.
You know what? I'm gonna have to rewatch it because it might be, now that I think of it. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, but it might be.
Is that the Disney one?
I think it is a Walt Disney.
Live action animated.
Yeah.
Mixed.
Remember, I showed it. All the kid movies I ever saw, I made sure you saw.
I didn't watch that one this much.
But you do remember.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm mad about?
What's that?
I can't confirm if it was actually true or not, but there was rumor that they are not following through with the Invader Zim movie.
No way.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just saying that to get people talking about it.
No, they're not following through with that one or the Rocko's Modern Life one, even though they both came out with trailers. And they're both essentially done.
I was going to say, if they came out with trailers, they must be done.
Yeah, I don't know why they're back. I think something to do with, like, the president or CEO getting, like, swapped out for somebody. I don't remember.
What's that got to do with the movies?
I don't know, I'm assuming, like, once Dan Schneider left because of,
That's a funny name.
because, they didn't want any controversy.
Wait, Dan Schneider?
Yeah. Do you know about Dan Snyder, Mom?
No, I don't think I do.
Oh, do you not know?
What did he do?
Well, nothing can be said with certainty.
What is he accused of?
No. No one's accused. However, if you look at things with a certain perspective, it's arguable that he definitely ruined a lot of children. And
is he one of those CEOs that takes trips to those third world countries where...
no, he's one of the ones that, oh, you're a young, talented kid actor. Let me take you in and show you the ropes.
Show you the way.
Let me film your feet in every other episode and,
Jesus.
and call it a joke.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful.
So as soon as he left,
yeah.
I think a lot of indoor talk. Oh my God! Did you hear about the guy?
So he's got a kid foot fetish?
Yeah.
Or were you just using that as an
No,
example?
no. He clearly has a foot fetish, and it just happens to be that all of them are underage.
Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. Because, I mean, there's women out there that sell pictures of their feet to people like that all the time.
No, Mom, you have no idea. I've seen way weirder.
I don't want to know.
Mom, you ever seen cake farts?
What the fuck is a cake fart? That's not a real thing.
You've never heard of cake farts?
What is a cake fart? Now I gotta fucking know. What is it?
Cake farts is an internet classic video. Top tier, S tier, fine video. Of a woman starts off with her, and she says,
"You know what I like? Cake farts."
And then she proceeds to fart on a chocolate cake.
Like she puts her ass on a chocolate cake and farts.
Yeah, and just like starts farting on it. It's the funniest damn video I've ever seen in my entire life. It makes me cry laughing every time.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's the funniest damn video, Mom. I don't think there's ever been anything that has brought such joy to my heart. And I think that was the peak of my happiness.
And you know, when you say things like that about these videos, you know, as a mom and as, you know, I mean, being older or whatever,
Yeah, right.
I think if she doesn't have children, she's going to one day.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
And that's never going away.
I think about
and
that, too.
How the hell do you explain that to your grandma or your kids or your kids when you have grandchildren and that video is still there and your grandchildren are watching you fart on a chocolate cake?
Yeah.
What do you say to that?
You bust that out at Christmas time. Like for old family videos, you know? They're like, oh, do you remember vacation, like 98? We went to the fucking Bahamas and shit? No, it's gonna be, do you remember when Grandma was posting videos of her farting on chocolate cakes?
Yeah. See, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
That's a good time, Mom.
No.
Mom, did you ever hear about Mr. Hands?
Okay.
What?
Mr. Hands?
Yeah.
Is this gonna get really weird?
It's not gonna be normal.
Okay, what's Mr. Hands?
It's a guy that got fucked to death by a horse.
Shut the fuck up. That didn't really happen.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a whole backstory about it and everything. It's like...
Why do they call him Mr. Hands?
That's a good question. I don't really know why.
See, I have so many... See, these names. Candyman, Mr. Hands. It doesn't make sense.
They're the same person. They probably know each other.
Oh my God. What if they're related?
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. This guy, he was sad. Because it wasn't like an immediate thing. It was a very like... You see it happen. Like the insertion. And it was very forceful. And you can hear like his soul like beginning to like, yep, we're going to leave now. But,
who was filming this?
Him and two of his friends. They apparently
his friends, right?
Yeah.
They all got together and said, you know what? You know what would be a good video? You know, it'd be great. Let this horse fuck you in the ass, and I'm gonna record it.
No, so when it happened, like he was not fine but not dead, and his friends knew like, hey, that's not good. We should really take you to the hospital. And he was like, no, dude, I'm fine. I'll be fine. He wasn't fine.
Why didn't he not want to go to the hospital?
I mean,
you let two people film this happen. You couldn't be embarrassed or shamed about it.
I was going to say, I don't know if you can explain that to somebody.
You wouldn't even have to. Watch a video.
What? No, but I'm pretty sure that...
And then after he died, these two friends posted the video anyways?
You know what? That's actually a good point that I never thought about. Maybe
they were
he
like, fuck,
maybe
he died making this video. We got to see it through.
I mean, maybe that was his honor thing. They wanted to honor him. It could have been it. But, you know, I often think, like, that was somebody's son. That, like, their mom and dad had to, like, put him to rest, knowing that that's how he died.
Oh, my God. That's horrible. I mean, and you can't even lie about it because the video's out there.
You can't.
So you can't make up, like, some story or
No.
you know, Or, because normal people won't ask how they die, but won't ask to your face anyways.
Oh, God, no. But, like, at least some, like, close family friends.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, other family members are going to be like, oh, my God, how did Jimmy die?
Yeah.
Well, he snuck
was
out.
so healthy. He had such a bright future.
He had such a normal ass.
Well, one day he thought it was a good idea.
Sneak onto a compound.
Jesus.
And then, yeah.
Wow. That's insane. I don't know what in the hell. What kind of... Was he on drugs? He had to have been on drugs.
I could definitely tell he was weird because it's like his whole fucking... there's a biological name, that's probably not the word I'm looking for like the piercings that go straight down your ball sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had those. So I knew.
Okay, so he was kind of into the whole pain thing anyway.
Yeah, he was already weird.
Yeah, but I mean, that is really weird.
Yeah, no, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So did you see the picture of the black hole?
That was his ass. I did. The red circle.
That was his asshole.
You're fucking stupid. I thought you were changing the subject.
No, but did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you hear that people were actually complaining about the picture?
Fucking people will find anything
like,
to bitch
there was a
about.
whole article written about, like, well, it's not even that impressive. So why are we talking about, like, it's a big deal? When it's like, it's a fucking black hole.
It is
a black hole.
Yeah, they have been, oh my gosh.
It is the literal absence of nothing.
Nothing.
It will suck up entire universes without, and you're just like, fuck it, whatever.
That fucking picture sucks.
I don't give a shit. That's how you know people are fucking assholes.
That's how you know people are just, those are the people that are obsessed with, like, the cat memes. Or cat pictures.
Is that
like,
what it is?
Yeah, those people who love the pictures where other animals are riding unicorns with rainbows and shit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like you're calling somebody out right now.
No, there's a lot of those people out there, though. I'm just saying, not particular, because some of those pictures I like too. They're kind of cute.
I bet you do.
But I can also appreciate the black hole picture as it is, because that is a pretty big fucking deal. Pretty amazing. And I think that it isn't being talked about enough, to be honest with you. I think people are just passing it by like, whatever. I don't think people understand what a huge deal that is.
What's crazy is that when I first saw it, somebody broke it down in better detail, like why it looked that way from that angle, because they did like a
close-up
3D
of that, yeah.
Like a 3D, this is how it actually looks like if you were to move around. And what I was trying to say was that it's eerily accurate to what the black holes look like in the Christopher Nolan movie Interstellar.
Oh, yeah.
Because he worked alongside with a bunch of, like, physicists and, whatever.
Smart people.
To, like, get it as detailed as they physically could without ever knowing what it looked like. Ever. So this was them, like, guessing out on a limb. And they got it pretty right.
No, that's awesome, though.
That's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
So, do you want to answer some questions?
Oh, it depends on the questions. It's like a 50-50 with questions you get sometimes.
I'll start you off with a good one. The guy who helps us with our visuals, he asks, is there what?
Is he the one that made me drown?
Yeah. I asked him to do that.
Oh, okay.
They ask, is there a band /song /music that one of you loves that the other one hates, and that you use to know each other?
Oh my God. I don't think Donovan loves it, but
what?
He loves to annoy me with certain pop songs. Maybe he does. Do you like that 90s boy band pop that you annoy the shit out of me with all the time?
How can you not jam out to Backstreet Boys?
Oh, fuck you.
And NSYNC, those are classics.
No.
Yeah,
they're not.
Yeah,
I just
they are.
figured you just did, like, or when all of you guys put on fucking Nickelback Rockstar or whatever that song is and you all start singing it.
Rockstar is a fucking bop.
Oh,
that shit slaps.
No.
People give Nickelback too much shit. I'm not saying they're amazing, but they're not as bad as everybody says. The only reason people say that they're bad is because they were overplayed. And I'll admit that. On the radio, it was like every other song. Didn't matter what station you were listening on. Could have been rock, rap, country. You heard Nickelback. Don't know why. But that's why everybody was mad.
You think that's why?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Because they're not that bad.
Oh, there's always got to be a band that everybody hates.
Imagine Dragons deserves the hate they're getting.
I don't believe that.
I bet you don't.
I don't. You know what?
Don't.
I do like Imagine Dragons. I do.
Why?
I don't.
How do you like a band that tells you to imagine dragons? They want you to imagine something cooler than they are while listening to their music. Because that's how shit their music is.
It isn't, though. Lyrically, I don't think that, I don't know.
Name like 3 Imagine Dragons songs.
Demons. You put me on the spot.
There you
Demons,
go. See?
Radioactive.
There you go.
No, I love that whole album. But you know what, though? Demons is probably one of my more favorite songs by them. I do love that song. Lyrically, it's an amazing song.
I have a soft spot for just really catchy pop music. Makes me happy.
Yeah, it drives me nuts. Like Miley Cyrus and what's that other one about a bridge or some shit?
About a bridge?
Yeah, Call Me. No. What's the one about?
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Is
Call
that
Me
the one
Maybe.
where she drove off the bridge or whatever?
No, that was Kane. He liked that song.
Oh.
For you, though, any hair metal. I fucking hate hair metal.
Come on.
I hate it. I hate all just...
You hate my glam rock?
Oh my god, your glam rock is ass. It's... Why do people pretend that glam rock is good?
It is good. I think anymore like there will always be an angry fucking teenager that loves the shit out of Skid Row inside of me. Always.
It's so bad.
It's not, though. And
it's
I think,
objectively bad.
You know what? As I got older, I can agree with you. I can agree with you that it isn't good. But the memories that I have tied to that music...
That's me with boy band.
Makes it incredible for me.
See, but the thing is, you want to know the moment that solidified my hatred towards glam rock, like, permanently? Is when I went to Riot Fest, and I was out doing my thing, because we just got done watching Leftover Crack in Bad Religion.
Right, yep.
And we were looking for a food vendor to get something to drink. In the background, I hear fucking D. Schneider covering 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, God.
And
Why would he do that?
I was so pissed that he had the audacity
he
to
should have done
think
that.
he could cover Trent Reznor with any sort of, like, dignity.
Yeah.
And he couldn't.
Those are some serious shit.
It was so bad.
That's bad. That's
So, yeah.
funny, though.
I hated that. That was such a bad time.
That's funny, though.
All right.
Twisted Sister, though.
No.
Yeah.
I respect what they did, especially with the whole, like, going to court for, like, what was it? Something with them getting censored, with We're Not Gonna Take It.
Probably.
Wasn't that it?
I don't know.
You had to
The
do
80s
some
was
shit.
weird.
You're not wrong.
You could do all the cocaine you want, but Madonna couldn't show her belly button on MTV.
Ask your mom if she tripped and fell down a lot from being drunk all the times while she was pregnant with you. This is my new theory. Now, see,
What kind of question is that?
I like this because that triggered a memory. I recently watched a little thing on Dr. Phil, Mom.
Yeah?
About a girl whose mom convinced her that she had muscular dystrophy.
Really?
And told her she needed crutches, she needed to be in a wheelchair, and would, like, fucking tear her emotions to shreds whenever she caught her not in her wheelchair or using a walker.
So this little girl could just get up and walk.
At any
there was
point in
nothing
time.
wrong with her.
Nothing whatsoever. And it doesn't stop there, because you're thinking, like, that's already psychotic enough, which it is. But she also scammed, like, dozens of charities. They got a whole new house. They got trips. They were, like, mailed money, like, a shit ton of things.
See, people like that, if there is a hell, and I'm not a religious person, but if there is a hell, there's a special place waiting for that person, or her soul is going to be fucked up for eternity. Whatever it is that happens after you die is going to be horrible for her. Because there are people out there that, like, I mean, I've never taken, I just feel like I've always been in a place where I didn't need to take advantage of some of those programs. It's great that they're out there.
Yeah.
But I always felt that there's always somebody less fortunate, and if we ever needed to, of course I would. But I always felt like I was taking away from somebody else if I took advantage of those things when there's somebody probably more deserving or in a worse situation than we were in.
And no, because you're right. That's absolutely true. I don't feel completely in the worst situation because I know that there are those who have it worse. Like, I read a story about this little boy whose insurance wouldn't even pay for his wheelchair, so his school had to, like, get the engineering team together to make him
I went off on that story.
Like, although it was a beautiful story and that was cool, that was also fucking disgusting.
It's absolutely disgusting that they think that the insurance companies can dictate what is necessary medical equipment required for certain conditions. Yeah. I've fought that for years. Don't get me started on that.
But I digress. Also, she had the doctors put in a permanent feeding tube.
How did the doctors not figure this out?
I have no idea.
You would be able to tell that the muscles weren't deteriorating, that they weren't,
I think the mom was just very avid. I'm like, no, she literally can't eat. Like, she chokes all the time. And the doctors, I think, not wanting to push it, were like, okay, well, I guess that's what we have to do.
How mad would you be?
Well, I would beat your ass.
How mad would you be?
You wouldn't have time to convince me or talk to me. You would be in the ground.
I mean, seriously. Do you know how pissed you would be if, granted the walker and being in a wheelchair, faking that and making your kid,
that's
one thing. But to take your ability to eat
food, yeah.
Wow.
That's possible, odd.
Wow. That's awful. But no, I did not get drunk and fall at all when I was pregnant with Donovan.
I still don't believe you.
I didn't.
My friend Chase asked, Mom, what do you think of steak and shake fries?
I'm not a huge fan, but I'll eat them.
That's where you're wrong.
They're good with, like, cheese. You have to eat them with a fork.
No.
And that bothers me because I don't like eating French fries with a fork because I feel like that person.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. You can't even eat them bitches with a fork because they're that tiny. They're a slither of a slither.
Well, you
have
of a potato. You have to stab multiple times.
No, but you shouldn't. That's inefficient fries. That's not how you fucking make a fry. If I can't clearly stab once and get a good chunk of fries with cheese, what you have defective fries. You need to fucking re-engineer.
They're super tiny too.
They're terrible.
Like the potato chip, potato
the potato chip, yeah.
They're like those,
but
undercooked.
actually fries.
Yeah, they're undercooked potato strings.
They're fucking terrible. They're the worst. Steak and Shake has such good burgers, but they have the worst sides. They have nothing that works. Their fries are terrible. Their onion rings are bland. Their chili is just ugh. And I'm not gonna get a fucking salad. There's no way.
Well, even their salad is just lettuce.
So
and like a slice of tomato.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
I am very avid against.
I know you hate Steak and Shake fries.
But their Frisco burger, fuck me up. So good. It's the best.
I don't think I really like Steak and Shake all that much. Everything tastes the same.
Have you had their
everything
Frisco?
you fucking order tastes the same.
Have you had their Frisco burger?
I don't think so. I may have taken a bite of one of yours. I don't know.
It was good. I hate when you do that.
I know.
Kind of pisses me off.
I usually do it without you knowing.
I know, and I still know. I always know when you do it. I'm not dumb.
I figured I had to share so many, meals with you and your little hungry, stupid ass when you were little that you owe it to me to let me take a bite of your food once in a while.
I owe it to you.
You do. Do you know how many times I was just sitting there minding my own business? You had your own food and you just, look at me like, yeah, I want some of that. And I'd have to share it with you out of obligation.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
that's
that.
What you have to do.
So that's the
You're
tables are turned now. Tables are turned and now you share.
You ruined me for the rest of my life. The least you could do is give me a bite of your fucking burger.
Fuck that. You were fine.
Somebody's asked, could you talk about your opinion on difficulty settings regarding video games? Jesus Christ, I've been having...
Mine or yours?
Mine, I think.
Okay.
But I mean, you're here. So, but I've been having this discussion for the last few days now. I guess a little insight on this for anybody who is unaware. There was a game that has come out recently called Sekiro, made by From Software, the people that have made games such as Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Bloodborne, all games that are notoriously difficult and challenging, to say the least. Now, for some reason, in this new age of outrage culture, there has been an ongoing argument every time a game comes out that doesn't have a difficulty setting that makes gaming journalists rage that those developers are being insensitive towards people with disabilities because an easy mode makes it more accessible for them. And I think that's bullshit. I think it's it feels very disingenuous, and that's what gets me mad.
Oh, that was a nice word.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I know my words, Mom. I'm well read.
Okay, keep going.
Because the entire argument only gets brought up because the gaming journalist is having a hard time playing the game. They don't reach out to other people with disabilities and say, hey, is this game hard for you to play? Because if they did, they would take into consideration all the different types of disabilities and not just focus on the ones that seemingly help their agenda. Because the outrage, where was the concern for people with disabilities when Nintendo was making consoles that were completely based on motion controls? I'm looking at the Wii. Or like games that still to this day need motion controls to play. And you can make arguments like, oh, you don't need them to play, but some you actually do. You can't progress any further without moving, your body, which is bullshit. But they weren't concerned about that. Nintendo gets praised for being innovative and, fun, a little kooky. But it gets me mad because the conversation should be more shifted towards making games physically easier to play, making devices that are handicap friendly cheaper. Because as of right now, they're expensive as shit.
Every company, not just gaming, medical
yeah.
equipment, anything like that, any company gouges and prices equipment way above what it costs to make it or to supply it.
Yeah.
And I think it's bullshit because they're victimizing the disabled in that aspect, because what are you going to do? If you want to play that video game, you're going to pay $150 for this controller, and you're going to pay $60 for one button to make it half accessible for you.
That's the thing I was going to bring up next. Because everybody's go-to argument when I bring this up is like, yeah, that's why we need to praise Microsoft and make sure that they get the respect they deserve for making the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Now, the Xbox Adaptive Controller, for anybody who doesn't know, is this rectangular device that has two big buttons, a D-pad, and on the one side, you can plug in with a headphone jack device that can plug in, and essentially it will act as any button on an Xbox controller. Now, this device is $100, but in comparison to a lot of other devices that do or will try to do what this does, is very cheap. $100 is cheap for this. However, what they don't tell you is that the accessories that give the device a purpose, that help it work the way it needs to work, are dumb expensive.
Yeah, that's what they get you. They put out a controller saying, oh, look, this accessible controller so the disabled can play. We're making it easier for you, and it's only $100. But how much are the accessories to be able to actually play the game down there?
Yeah. One single red button, like do you remember the Staples? That was easy, that button. A button like that, $65.
Yep.
The same price of a normal Xbox One controller.
Yep, one button.
One fucking button.
Go Microsoft. Thank you.
And people can sit there and try and tell me, make any excuse like, oh, that's because there's not a high demand, so they have to make it in surplus, and that's just business. It's like, yeah, guess what? If you lower that price a bit more, people will buy them. I guarantee you, they'll start buying them.
Yeah,
it doesn't cost that much to make.
Excuse.
It doesn't cost.
It does not cost that much to make them, and even if it isn't in as high a demand as other accessories for different controllers, it doesn't mean that it costs any more to make than it does for other controllers.
I agree.
It just means that it's not as in demand. It doesn't mean that it needs to cost more.
No.
Because there's no different effort. There's no magic.
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit, and they're taking advantage of people who who most of the time have a limited income, a fixed income.
Oh yeah, if you're disabled, you're more than likely living off of disability checks, which aren't like glamorous.
Oh, not
They're
at all.
not.
You can't live off of that. You can't.
And so the whole like idea around it is you have to experiment with what works best for you. So even if you save up money to buy a piece of equipment, you're not guaranteed to know that's going to work.
No.
So you're blowing through, money like nothing to try something, not guaranteed.
You went through what, 2 or 3 controllers before you found something that worked for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even that I had to save up for a PC too.
Exactly.
So like I had that luxury. I get that. That was something that worked out for me, but not everybody has that. And that's what's bullshit. So when Super Bowl ad came around where Xbox was like, look at all these, fucking crippled little pieces of shit playing.
We're helping the crippled kids play.
Look at the kid with no arm.
Yeah.
Play a fighting game with his able-bodied friends.
Yeah.
It was just aggravating and irritating.
You know what? It disgusted me.
It was very disgusting.
Millions of people saw that and they're like, "Oh man, Microsoft, fuck yeah, Microsoft! You are the Special Olympics of fucking gaming." You know what I mean? But no. If you look into it and you look at the cost of those things, those kids, a normal kid with that disability or with that condition can't afford it, and their family can't either.
No, but it was good because they probably got shit for free. Any review I saw for this controller was gifted to these individuals.
Oh, it had to have been.
Any ones that I did see that might have not have been sponsored, I don't want to say they were blinded, but I don't think they were exactly honest or took into consideration the price, because I think they were so happy to just have a device that
and be able to
them,
play,
which
absolutely.
Is fine. I get it.
It's as a parent, if you were back when you were 5, 6, 7, I would have paid $300-$400 for a controller to make sure that because that's where you were happy, and that was where you were at your element, and I would have paid it happily. Yeah. But it's bullshit. But you would do anything to see your kid happy.
Yeah.
And Microsoft's totally playing on that, and they're fucking shitty for that. They're real shitty for that because it doesn't cost that much to make that kid happy.
Exactly. So, the overall point, because I went on a rant there, fuck Microsoft for doing that.
Fuck Microsoft.
And also, what is it? Difficulty doesn't necessarily equal accessibility to me. Because I think if you give everybody the equal opportunity to play a game just as normal as everybody else, there's no need to change difficulty settings. Because the thing is, if they wanted to add in an easy mode on their own accord, hey, fair enough, fine. But the problem lies when it interferes with creative vision. And there's a whole nother argument with people saying, oh, that's not interfering with vision. But it is, especially with these games, because they're intended to be difficult and challenging. That's their whole purpose. So to make it easy would not make it the same game.
Well, and in that same argument, and I'm not saying I'm talking physical disabilities alone. I'm not talking mental disabilities. I'm talking physical disabilities alone. Making an easy mode is almost a pity thing for me. for, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And I feel like it's complete bullshit. Don't treat my kid any different than, or don't expect anything different from my kid that you wouldn't expect from the kid playing next to him or doing his homework next to him. You got to expect the same thing out of them. Don't make something easier for him, because life isn't like that.
No.
Things don't come easy for anybody, whether you have a disability or not.
No.
So don't cater to him or make it seem like, oh, you know, here's an easy mode for you because you're in a wheelchair. No, fuck that. No, because life isn't easy and nothing should just be easy for them.
But see, and there's an argument with other people that are actually disabled that almost hate that. They hate your argument, because I think in their life they've had it, everything almost handed to them, that they almost feel entitled to that.
They absolutely do, and that's a whole nother subject. You know, I mean, there are entitled disabled people
that are just
and
assholes.
I don't know, I won't blame them. It could be, you know, you're a product of your environment. I think a lot of people pity them. I never did that for you.
Yeah.
I never treated you like you were any different than any other damn kid. You just couldn't walk.
Exactly.
So in that aspect, I think I did you a favor. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome for not being a piece of shit.
You're welcome that I didn't make you a piece of shit.
All right, so I think that was a good place to end it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.